Namaste, beautiful gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tajen, and if you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, 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 everyone. I am just going to give you a brief background of who I am, especially for those that are new to my channel. I do own a metaphysical school. Currently, I am not doing any coursework. I don't have time to put out any courses, but I will get those together in the interim. Please be patient with me. I do have students still that I mentor, and the way that I mentor them is that I basically send them a recording each week for those that are mentoring with me weekly for their spiritual evolution and their development. And if you would like to have more information about that, if you're interested in mentoring with me, please email me at drtajen7@gmail.com. The information will also be in the description box on how you can get a hold of me through email. Also, I am a naturopathic doctor. That is my career path. That is what I do full-time for a living. I basically do health assessments to help my clients to eradicate their health and to come into homeostasis, which is wholeness and well-being. I am a medium, a psychic medium. I do channel for those that are on the other side of the veil, that are not dead, but they are basically in the afterlife. That is where I make most of my money. As you can see, I channel weekly for Amanda and Jake, which is her son on the other side. And that is also something that I can do for you guys as well. That is a whole different type of channeling. And if you're looking to connect with someone who has passed on the other side, my recommendation to you is this. Please do not depend on those that are on the other side to give you these long drawn out conversations and stories and things like that. It just doesn't happen like that. Jake is an exception to the rule because he has a soul contract with his mother, and so he is teaching her and directing her. Most of the people that you guys channel from the other side, you guys are no longer in soul contracts, so just please keep that in mind. And I am a clairvoyant. I am all for clairs, basically. But I just have this inner knowing. I really don't need tarot in order for me to do readings. But I do the tarot for my viewers so you can see for yourself that I'm not just sitting here bumping my gums and making it up as I go along. So it also helps you because a lot of us, we like to see things and we're visual instead of audio learners. And so that is more of a kinetic way of us basically exchanging energy back and forth. You are not required to donate to my channel. However, this is an exchange of energy. If you are inclined to donate, please do so because I am taking out time from my busy schedule. And when I say busy, it is not an exaggeration. I'm very busy. I barely even have time, honestly, to talk to my husband-to-be. We barely get a chance to spend time together unless I just block out a time and say, you know what, we're going to spend this time together, and that's that. So I am not shy about welcoming donations. Another thing I do want to talk to you about is, and this is what triggered me to make this video. This may be a triggering video because of what I have been seeing in my own personal work with my clients and what I've been seeing in the collective and what I've been witnessing. And I could not sit still. Source was like, make a video, get it out, let everyone know what is happening, because I have seen so many of my beautiful empresses that I have performed rituals for sabotage their own union afterwards. I'm like, are you serious? I am going to get deep into that. Without further ado, let me go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod He Vahe, who will be able to give me this information for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. Let me go ahead and get some incense lit up and through here so we can get the higher realms in this reading. All right, so let me go ahead while I'm doing this, and the reading is starting right at this very now moment. So I had a situation where I did a lot of work for this beautiful Empress. I did 2 of the Archangel Michael Attunements, and she wanted immediate union. She wanted him to come in like now. So I did a twin flame ritual. It's called a twin flame union ritual, by the way, you guys. I did that for her. It's the same thing that I did for my baby and I. Okay, I didn't know he was coming in, but he came in. Well, after I've done that for her, she has not talked. It was a while. I think 3 months she had not talked or spoken to her divine counterpart. So he came in, displaying his love and affection towards her, telling her he wanted to take his time, you know, as far as the relationship was concerned, because he wasn't where he needed to be financially. Ladies, when a man tells you that he really want to take his time because he's not where he is or where he wants to be financially, please take him for face value. Please take him at his word. This is a man. Divine masculines do not operate like divine feminines, nor do they think always the same. Yes, we have things that are in common. We have things that are similar. Yes, we mirror one another. But in the grand scheme of things, men and women, concerns are totally different. We're concerned about our nails, our hair, how we look. They're concerned about Lucci, paper, constantly. Most of them are on a 3D plane. This is no surprise to you. And again, if you're triggered by this, it means that you need to listen. All right? Because right now, there has been so many of us divine feminines that have sat in and played judge and jury. We've pretended like we're source energy when it comes to our divine masculines. We have judged them. We've critiqued them. In all honesty, no one's made us the judge. No one's made us judge and jury. Not even with our divine counterpart. Remember, these things that are happening, these things that are taking place in both of our lives were determined on the other side of the veil before we incarnated. Even the feeling of your mate being stuck. And I'm just going to be 100% real. You could be the reason why your divine counterpart is in stuck energy. You could be the very reason why your divine masculine has not had an opportunity to come back in, because you are blocking. You're blocking it. And when you are chasing him, or when you are objectifying him, you're putting up this little thing that we all know that are in the higher realms and that are higher conscious, called resistance, because the law of attraction will continue to push it away from you, because that's what you're doing. And I know you don't mean to do it. And this is the reason why I had to get this video out. I have to get this video out. Someone, somebody, somewhere is going to feel what I'm talking about. If you're ever wondering why your divine masculine is not coming in, is because he can't come in. You're not holding space to bring him in. A lot of you divine feminines are in a space of resentment. You're resenting your divine masculine, because when they're coming back in, here comes the interrogation. Let me give you an example. Let's go back to my beautiful Empress, who gave me permission to share this story It's her personal story. Okay, so he came back in. Now, they have never lived together before. Divine Masculine was talking to her about moving in. She got excited. Text me, told me the good news. I'm like, oh, good. Okay, cool. Good for you. So, aren't you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. Then she started talking to her kids. How do you like so-and-so? How do you feel about so-and-so? No. Rule number 1. No third-party energies. Don't go to outside sources and getting opinions on your sacred divine union, because you will not get what you're seeking. You will not get the answer that you need, because no one on the outside looking in fit the moral credentials, for one, to tell you or to give you advice. They're not the experts. So do not go to non-experts to get advice on a spiritual connection with your divine counterpart. So the kids were being honest. They started telling her, well, we don't know him, and we feel uncomfortable with a stranger living with us. And so she started taking that into consideration. So she ended up, long story short, talking herself out, her divine counterpart and her having union. He couldn't come in. He felt the resistance. So he left her alone. After she did all that work to bring him in, she sabotaged it. Yes. Okay. Now, she comes to me again. Please do another ritual. Please do another ritual. Okay. That is when I did the twin flame reunion candle and ritual. Divine Masculine comes back in at her freaking doorstep, unannounced. He wasn't pouring out his love the way he did it the last time, because I guess once bitten, twice shy. But he took this beautiful empress to his place. That is when he got all emotional. That is when he wanted to make love to her, and she refused to make love to him. She was like, oh no, I don't know where you've been. How do I know I'm the only person that you brought to your house? So guess what? Now, Divine Masculine is not in her space. He's not calling. He's not texting. He's not returning any of her calls. And she's like, Dr. Tajen, what do I do now? I say, you wait. And first and foremost, the first thing that you do is work on forgiving first yourself, then your divine counterpart, because you're still harboring resentment. And if you're still harboring resentment for your twin, oh baby, the universe is not stupid. You cannot catfish that universe. You can say what you want to in your own head all day long, but baby, energy does not lie. Energy is one of the most driest snitches that is known to man. You can't lie, okay? Because energy will pull your cards. Let's get into it. I'm going to call in help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. So now what do? Now that you block union, how do you unblock union? Well, let's get some cards. Let's see how we unblock union. Have you ever heard the old adage, if you can do it, then you can undo it? If you were the cause to the disconnect, then you have to be the cause to the reconnect, and stop depending on our divine masculines to do all of the work. I'm going to give you an example with me and my own baby. My baby always tells me good night before he goes to sleep. For the last 3 nights, he has not told me good night. So, guess what I did? I texted him and I said, peaceful and happy rejuvenations through the night, which is what I tell everyone. It's a higher vibration and it feels so good, vibrationally speaking. And I said, You know, I really do miss my good nights. And so when I woke up this morning, I woke up to him saying, you are the first and the last person that I think about. Baby, I just want to let you know, when I woke up this morning, you're the first person that I text, and I miss you. Instead of saying, how come you didn't say good night to me? What's wrong with you? For the last 3 days, you ain't been, you know, instead of checking him, I gave him incentive to be vulnerable with me. And guess what you got? Vulnerability. Wow. This is flowing like milk and honey. This reading is flowing like milk and honey. You have to be vulnerable with your man. How in the heck do you expect for him to be vulnerable when you're not being vulnerable? Remember, the twin flame union is divine union. You guys reflect like mirrors. Don't expect something of someone that you're not willing to give. I'm just keeping it 100%. If you want divine masculine to be vulnerable, divine feminine, you have to be vulnerable. Like attracts like. We have put the weight of responsibility on divine masculine. We have given them too much responsibility to shoulder. We expect, and when I say we, I don't mean everyone, but I'm speaking in general, and I'm tapping into the energy. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. We expect too much. I said it. We expect too much. Too much. We have become overbearing. I had another beautiful empress. Her divine counterpart is a businessman. He works a lot. And she knows that. She's always texting him throughout the day, things to research. Boo-boo. Excuse me. When is he going to have time to research? This man works 12 hours a day. When is he going to have time to research? You guys, please. If you really love your divine masculines, back up. Let go. Surrender. He's yours. He's yours for the taking. He already belongs to you. Stop being overbearing. And I had to tell her that. I had to tell her so-and-so. She is one of my regular clients. She books me every week. I said, look, so-and-so, please back up. Because no one likes to be bombarded. No one likes to be overwhelmed. You understand? She was overwhelming him with her love. Okay? Be open, be vulnerable, be receptive. This is what you are born to do. This is what makes you divine feminine. Divine feminine is receptive. Divine masculine is protective. Know your roles. Because there are roles that we play within this relationship dynamic. Okay? Our divine counterparts, our divine masculines are supposed to protect the union and protect us. They are the umbrella that shelter and weather us from the storms of life. At least that's what they're supposed to be. If you have a true divine masculine, he is supposed to be that for you. Okay? No matter what he is going through, I don't give a ding dang. There is no excuses. But there are a lot that are not awakened. And so we have to look at it from that perspective as well. But if he's awakened like my man, yes, he's going to hold space for you. If he's awakened, he's going to listen. When I tell you, my baby, I didn't have to text. I didn't have to call. That man came back in like 40 going south. Okay? He did everything. I did not coerce him. I did not try to manipulate situations to make him do that. All I did was do the ritual, honey. I did my inner work. I did a ritual and I surrendered and I gave it to source. Next card. A lot of you are not grounded. And this is the reason why your thoughts are everywhere. Your scattered brain. Your feelings and your emotions are everywhere. How can divine masculine come in if you're not emotional stable, one of the things that I am going to tell you that is a prerequisite, you have to be emotionally stable and emotionally sound. It's called emotional IQ or EQ, emotional intelligence. You have to have emotional intelligence. And in order to have emotional intelligence, you need to be grounded. Go hug a tree. Go walk barefooted in the grass. Whatever it is that you got to do. But you got to do something. You cannot stay in this energy because we're always talking about divine masculine being stuck all the time. Well, divine feminines, you're stuck right now. And I mean this in a way to where it's the most loving way that I can get it across to you. You're in stuck energy right now. Not just your divine masculine, but you too. Because you're not grounded. When you're grounded, you'll come from a place of being heart-centered. And your actions will be from the heart. I'm going to tell you another thing that happened. My baby uploaded a video. My baby is an artist, okay? That's one of his things he do. He's a singer. And he uploaded it. He sounds so ding-dang-gone good. And this woman was singing right along with him. And I'm like, who is that? A little bit of jealousy came in. And my higher self was like, Dr. Tajen, what would you tell someone else that was your client how to handle this situation? So I was like, oh, baby, you sound so good. I love, your hooks. I love your runs. Everything was just amazing, just like you. When did you do this video? Did you upload that today? Yeah, I uploaded it today. But that was 4 months ago. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. I was not with him 4 months ago. So who cares about who was all singing along with him, sounding all good and all that? I let it go and I let it fly. You guys, when you want nothing, when you ask for nothing, that is when they give us everything. I didn't ask him how long ago he uploaded it. I asked him, did you upload that? You uploaded that today, right? Of course I knew he uploaded that today. But because I said that, he was like, well, yeah, I uploaded it today, but this video is old, baby. I did this 4 months ago. I didn't even ask him for that, but I got that information because I allowed space. I held space for him to be him and to give me what he wanted to give me from that. I didn't pull it out of him or make him tell me or, interrogating and go through the 360 with him or the third degree with him. No. He did that on his own, and this is what you need to do too, because guess what? This is what vigilance means. Okay? When you have vigilance about something, you're very serious about it. All right? And you're very careful in the way that you approach it, because you know that in order to be vigilant, it takes what? It takes vulnerability. So to be vigilant means to be careful with your approach. Watch for possible danger signs. Because one thing that a man does not like is when his woman does not trust him. This is the reason why so many of our divine masculines, which really are not activated as divine until they're in this union, but our masculines are in third-party relationships, because the karmic partnerships, the lower level soulmates, are not questioning them. Most of the time they're doing their own thing, and they have them in a third-party situation too, but we're not going into that. That's not that type of reading today. But really, they're not questioning them. They're not giving them the third degree. Okay? And they like that because they feel more free. They don't feel imprisoned. They don't feel stuck. I mean, if there was ever anything that I would have to say, is be creative. This is your own creation. This is your own doing. You got creation right here. This is dream time. This is dream work. Okay? You are a conscious co-creator alongside Source. Whatever experiences that are coming about, you are surely the one that are creating them. Good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent, or ugly. Okay? You, Y-O-U, Divine Feminine. You got so much more power than what you give yourself credit for. You're more powerful than what you ever know. You will ever know. And it's time for you to tap into your power. It's time for you to think. Stop, think, and listen. That's what's coming from source. Stop. Then think about what you're going to say. And then listen to what they're saying or what they're conveying. And then respond, not react. Because a lot of us have been overreacting. Oh my God. Oh baby. We've been showing our true colors. And our divine counterparts have been getting scared. Like, what is this? Is she nuts or what? What in the heck did I get myself into? It is because we have not slowed down to nourish our own souls. We've not stopped and slowed down to nourish our own selves. We've been pouring and pouring into this relationship dynamic that we forgot about ourselves in the process. This is what is happening. And oh baby, let me tell you. What you do for yourself, you do for your twin. The fact that you're nourishing yourself, doing your spiritual rituals, whether you do it with me or whether you do it outside of me, do it. But one thing that I'm going to be honest with you about, it wasn't until I started doing energy healing. You can do all the energy work, or excuse me, you can do all the inner work you want to. This is what they don't tell you. You can do all the inner work, the outer work that you want. If you ain't moving that energy, baby, like an alchemist, like you're supposed to be, turning that lead and spinning it into gold, turning the dark and spinning it into the light, it's going to be years of you doing inner work. Honey, it is when you alchemize this relationship that it gets to moving and it gets going off the ground. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing inner work for a very, very long time. And it has never gotten me where I am now. It wasn't until I started doing the actual healing work, the energy work. Okay? That is what moved my situation and turned everything around for me for the good. All right, let's get into the energy of your person right now. What are they dealing with? Let's talk about your energy of your baby. Yes, honey. We got to be a safe place for our divine masculines to come to. We have to be a shelter for them to come and run to. They're not going to run from the storm and run into a hurricane. Okay? 3D low vibrational. Your person is in 3D. They're low vibrational right now, which means that you need to raise your vibration. If they're in lower vibrations, okay, you need to raise it. Actually, let's get some tarot. Let's find out what are some things that are keeping them in the 3D. We're going to clarify with tarot. That's how we're going to do that. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a deep, juicy reading right here. All right. Spirit, what is keeping them in 3D? Spirit, what is keeping them in 3D? As you guys can see, this is pretty much the reason why I shuffle before I do a reading, because sometimes some cards don't be coming out like that. Alright. Ooh. The end of this relationship separation. Oh, this is also dealing with their feelings and their emotions, because they are keeping their feelings and their emotions buried. This is what this represents. They're going through a transformation, but they are not telling you how they really feel, because they're coming more from a place of ego, and they're experiencing a death of ego right now. So your person is evolving, but they're still working their shadow side because they haven't come to you and confessed their feelings and how they really feel. That's what the Death card is here for. Those feelings that are buried deep down inside. There's a book that's called Feelings That Are Buried Alive Never Die. And it's so true. They really want to be with you. They really want to come and join you. Okay? This is about coming together. This is about partnership. This could be some type of engagement. Some of the divine masculines are thinking about getting you pregnant because this is also known as the pregnancy card too. Take what resonates. But this is about a celebration. They're not being open and not being honest about how they're feeling in relation to you and them coming to you. All right. Our next card. Your person is going through the dark night of the soul. This is a very difficult time that they're traversing through right now. If anything, you need to be here more for your person energetically, more than you need to be there for them spiritually. I know what I'm talking about. Your person needs healing. You need to send them love and light. They need to feel you. Because right now, they're in 3D consciousness. We need to have them to raise their vibration. Let's find out what's making them go through this dark night of the soul. I don't know what is up with my cards, but they always end up on the floor through every reading I do. The heck? They're going through the dark night of the soul because they've been weak. This situation has weakened them emotionally and spiritually. And so divine intervention is at play, Christ consciousness. So they have Christ energy that's stepping in to help them to heal. They're thinking about you. Okay, you're the Queen of Cups. This represents you. All right. The 3D thinking is that, you know, they're thinking about the love that you have. This person may be manipulating the love that you have and using that as a crux to stay away as long as they have, because they're banking on you always being there, because they also are in a third-party relationship. 3 of Cups. They're also in a third-party relationship with a lower-level soulmate. That's what's keeping them stuck in 3D, because they can't choose between the two of you. Although they love you, I told you. You guys, give me 1 second. I gotta get my cards up. You guys are almost making it easy for the third party. You're making it easy for your man to be in the arms of someone else, because unbeknownst to yourself, because of some of your own low vibrational reactions and not being in higher consciousness and acting out in 3D, you've pushed your divine counterpart away. Now, this reading may not be for all of you, okay? And that's fine. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more specific and suitable to your specific person, please check out my description box. And as you are intuitively guided for shamanic healing or a reading, please do so. All right, back to the reading. But for those of you this is for, please listen. Please take heed to what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. I have 3D union. I'm about to be with my baby soon as this travel thing is lifted. Trust me. We already got it all planned out, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said union doesn't have to be 3D. It has to be spiritual first. And I consider us 3D because The only thing that's in between us is the coronavirus. COVID-19. That's it. Nothing else is stopping this love. All right. And that's the way it should be with you too. Nothing should be in your way. Nothing should stand in between you and your divine counterpart. Let's get one more card from my deck, and then we'll clarify with tarot, and then we'll go to the other side and see how these things are going to pan out. All right, so we got spiritual connection. I can't make this stuff up. What did I tell you guys? Focus on the spiritual connection, 5D, and not the 3D. This is your confirmation. Focus more on what you can do for your divine counterpart as opposed to what you want them to do for you in 3D. Heal your person. You can heal them. And of course you can't, do everything for them, but do what's in your power. Because you are empowered as divine feminine to do that healing. Only you can do it. No other woman can heal your divine counterpart like you. No one has that privilege. Source has reserved that privilege to you as his divine counterpart. Once you do that, he will turn his back on all that does not belong to him or serve him and come towards you. He's just waiting for his ships to come in. You are his ship. You are his lighthouse, divine feminine. Be his lighthouse. Be his shelter during a storm. Because right now, your masculine is too weak to be that for you right now. So you're going to have to be strong enough for the both of you at this moment. And I have come to the conclusion of your beautiful reading. If you guys want to see me on the other side for $11.11, we're going to do some healing there. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I feel the need to do some healing. A lot of you already know how deep I go, even in that short period of time with the Reiki that I do with you on the other side. We're going to do a little mini read, and then we're going to do some healing. So for $11.11, I will see you there. We have so much fun on that side. And for those of you that are ready to go ahead and sojourn somewhere else, maybe you might go somewhere in Tarot land, then we send you our regards. All right? Thank you for joining us. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon, and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.